We're going to go back to mutable string and play with it a little bit, and objects. So now it's getting a little bit more fun. Basically, I'm going to create NS mutable array called customers. I'm going to hold a bunch of customers in it, and I'm going to loop through, and I'll be working with NS string, NS mutable string. Let's see what I am trying to do here. We're going to raise some questions and do some investigation. Line 28, I create an array customers, NS mutable array. Then I'm going to loop from 1 to 3. Line 30, I'm going to create a customer instance of customer class. I'm going to create a NS string, I to string, and it's going to be just the looping variable I converted to string. Then I'm going to create a NS mutable string. I'm going to call it Bashar. Then basically what I want to do is I'm going to create 3 customers, Bashar 1, Bashar 2, Bashar 3 so far. Next, I'm going to the name Bashar, I'm going to append IO2 string which has I. So it'll be like Bashar 1, next Bashar 2. Then I'm going to set the first name. Actually, yeah, I'm going to change this to say name. I'm going to append name to it so it's distinct every time. Then to the customers array, I'm going to add the customer object. And this technique happens a lot where you have a NS mutable array holding a bunch of objects. But I'm going to throw some errors and we're going to investigate them. Okay, an error. It says attempt to mutate immutable object with append format. Okay, now we're going to investigate to see what's going on. Now I spent like 5 minutes on it and see I'm trying to declare a variable NS mutable array, and over on the right side it is NS string. So the real object is NS string. So I'm going to change this to NS mutable array and see if they'll take care of this error, and then we're going to answer some questions on why this happened. Yes, it did. And I want to change this to name, and name would be Bashar 1, Bashar 2, Bashar 3. So here we go. At this point, okay, we're gonna go through, and we have 3 objects. But main question at this point is why, when I had NS string, it allowed me to do it. Well, usually in object orientation, you can have a child object. You can create for example, the master object. I could say NS object, and everything inherits from NS object. And on this side, the concrete instance would be NS mutable array. But then I have to convert everything to NS mutable array. But NS string, does that fall in the hierarchy of NS mutable array? Is NS string a subclass of NS mutable array? There's the question, homework assignment. It appears it would be, because it allowed me to do it. If NS string was the parent of NS string, then it would be the other way around. They're both NS object. Is that why it allowed me to do it? I'm looping through it again, and as you can see, name, you can drill down and it has Bashar 0. So next iteration of the for loop, I'm expecting the name to be Bashar 1. So that's clear to you, I hope, what's going on there. I'm trying to create three distinct instances of customer and add them, hold them in customers array. And in the process, you see how I took an integer and converted it to a string, have a mutable string, and append them both together. These kind of things happen a lot. So these are the things I want to stress so far. Now let's set some more properties of the customer. Then we are going to do some operations on the array, sort it, filter it, and stuff like that. And that's where I'm trying to do something meaningful from using what we have learned so far. So cust set age. I have an integer at this point that I, so it'll be 1, 2, 3. So we'll have something to sort by. And add it to the customer. Now as we are going through, when I come to line number 36, I can expand the cust object and see what's going on. Its first name is Bashar 0, age is 0. Next time, its name is Bashar 1. Not set so far at this point. You see Bashar 1, age is 1. And in the third attempt, it should be Bashar 2, age is 2. So we've got three distinct customers I have built at this point. Now I could have skipped, of course, the looping through and create one instant, add it to the string, create another instance. But this is just an exercise. Maybe in the next exercise we'll do the other variation. Now I've set it up. This is up to line 38 what we had so far. Now in order to sort it, we have to create an instance of NSSort descriptor. I'm going to call it SD. And this is the way I'm going to say, okay, NSSort descriptor with key is age, sorted by age. There's a property called age in there. Ascending, yes. And customers array, I'm going to say sort using descriptors. And then I'm going to use this, NS array with objects, SD. If I was sorting, multiple sorts, age then with name, I would comma and have another descriptor. And nil is necessary when you're creating array. Last one should be nil. That's another key point that you may wanna, probably a newcomer would miss. Just add nil if you have 1. If you have 2, SD comma SD2 comma nil. Add nil at the end always when you're using array with objects. You create. So I'm gonna go through. So I print an customers array out, 3 customers, another one. Now did it sort? How do I know that? Well, they would be in different order, right? But the order did not change. See, 0, 7, 0, 7, 0. You see, it's exactly the same order because, well, 0, well, age is 0, 1, 2. It's already sorted. So if I was to say appending no, that should give me a clue on if sorting is taking place. Next step is to look into it using a for loop, but that would give us a clue if these things worked. Okay, you see what happened here. Even though we cannot look at the objects inside them, we just know there are 3 objects, but they were in this order, 40, 50, B0. But now the B0 is on the top, 50 and 40. So it has been, just by looking at this, you can say it has been sorted in the ascending order, no, which means in descending order. So the first one probably is the one that age is 2, age is 1, age is 0. This is how you can sort an array, but you can see the general concept that's building up using the previous example and its calendar and all. how you can use, you have multiple classes that you have to work with to get a some kind of a thing that makes sense. But that's what I'm getting at, slowly trying to get you introduced. Now that we have sorted it, we want to filter the array. In order to filter the array, we have to work with, again, another class, which is NSPredicate, and create an instance of that. Okay, so here we are. Now we want to filter. NSPredicate, I'll create an instance of called pre. NSPredicate, predicate with format, age is less than 1. So that will give me the one that age 0, just one object. Customers, filter using predicate and the name of the predicate that I created on line 41, pre. So give me customers where age is less than 1. So let's see if they'll work. Now at this point, I'm filtering it, printing them out. I should have just one customer, right? The one with 30, the one where age is less than, very first one, where 30 was the one that had where age is 0. So here we go. Now we have filtering and sorting. So you see how you combine predicate in customers class. In customers class, you use the predicate. Getting the hang of it, I hope so far. It's going to happen a lot when we go into location-based services. You're going to have to create one instance in one class and use it in another, and use that one in the third one. So trying to build your knowledge in this area.